Hey guys, just wanted to take a few minutes and get with you here. Unfortunately, it's going to be about last minute. The close of November 8th is that's going to be today, and that's the last opportunity we have to actually let these people know our suggestions and our comments, and try to help out NOAA as far as with their notice of intent to take back over from the South Atlantic Council to take care of the red snapper fishery that apparently they haven't been doing anything at the South Atlantic Council or something or another, and I'm not sure all the legalities of it. I'm just a fisherman, and so one of the things that we have an issue with right now is people are really worried about them closing down our bottom fishing. There's this rumor going around, and I haven't heard any different. So it could be something that's very possible. And I know you guys on the Gulf Coast of Florida, you guys don't really worry too much about the South Atlantic closures, but I'm going to tell you, if we can't catch ours over here, we're probably going to come over to your side and fish for some bottom fish, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to come over there and cut your fish in half. Otherwise, they're going to be back to messing up your populations and messing up your fishing. So this concerns you guys too. We really need to get on top of this before anything else happens. We got to contact legislators, and we got to let them know. We got to be a little bit more proactive. We have to take that little bit of time to do that for ourselves, or there won't be time. And then we'll have all the time we need to do whatever we want to do, because we won't have time to bottom fish, because we won't be able to. So let's make sure to get together. I want to get you guys a little bit of information here. I actually let them know that they need to open up a season for small red snapper. If they wanted to, actually the whole year, if they want to close the season during June, July, and August, all of us anglers would be fine with that. That's their peak spawn-in time, most snapper species. And so that would be fine. But then, give us an open season for 1 fish per person, 2 fish per boat. That's it. Their own science. And I can get into that with you as far as like in the next video I'm going to. But this one right here is really concerned with our actual just our ability to just fish and keep red snapper. So let me focus on that, because I get really sidetracked with all this information that I've got for you. So I'm going to put right up here, according to their own words at the South Atlantic Fisheries Management Council, there is, right there on the side, a record abundance of red snapper. And it says fish, but if you look right over, further over, you can see it says SAFMC. And up top, very tip top, you can see that it says red snapper assessment. Take a second, pause the video, do a screenshot, and zoom in and look. Now, I want to make sure you guys 100% have all the information of this that you guys need, and it's right here. So go ahead and pause it and do that. All right, so if you look over to the other side over here, you can see where it says about the different colors are for different ages. And the thing there is, sure, we have a lot of young fish, and we're not really allowed to keep fish. So I'm not sure exactly how they're getting those stock numbers. I haven't gotten that far into it yet, but we all know. We go, and it's nonstop. It's nonstop, red snapper, red snapper, red snapper, red snapper. And you can catch a decent-sized red snapper, and it could be only a few years old. It doesn't have to be big. And they actually said in one of their webinars that it's kind of like us. We grow until we're about 18 or so. We don't really get a lot taller. We don't get any taller. So, but we get heavier. Promise, I know what they're talking about. But they have a good analogy there, and I like it, and it fits for me with that one. But the problem is, we're not getting the aged fish, because they give us 1 day a year, making it a novelty deal. And we're all out there, we're 2,000 boats out of every inlet. We're 4 people deep, average. And we're going out there, and we're getting the biggest one. We have all day to fish for them, right? We get the biggest one we can get. We're throwing back all the other smaller ones that we're catching and whatnot. And, we're messing up the stocks too. But it's a novelty thing. And if we only get one, of course, we're going to go for the biggest one we can get, right? I mean, I do. I promise you. So, and I get some big ones, by the way. We'll talk more about that in other videos, my fishing videos. We'll show you some. But right now we'll focus on this because this is really, really important. And one of the issues that I have that really makes me mad is they talk about the overabundance of fish. So there's more encounters with anglers as bycatch, and then the ratio of mortality, you know, the sharks eating them and everything else, it's a big circle. It comes all the way around that now all of a sudden, we're back to overfished because of how many are getting killed and not even without landing. I mean, what in the five-finger knuckle shuffle circle jerk do we have going on here? No, you don't get it both ways. Are you kidding me? No. No, there's an abundance of fish. There's a record number of fish. And one of the things is they talk about 34 2-year-old fish, right? So if you have to have 34 fish that are 2 years old to equal the egg spawn of one 10-year-old fish. Okay, well, I guarantee you that one day I get to keep one, guarantee you I'm keeping a 10-year-old fish. I got all day to find him. Normally it don't take that long, but I have all day to find them. And so there's a real issue there. Whereas if they put a small slot size on these fish, give us a 4-inch slot. Because, you know, we're human and we're greedy. So just give us a small slot. You give us a big slot. You know, you give us, say, 16 to 25. You get a 16 and a half incher, and then you catch a 24 and 3/4. Hey, we're human. And it's going to be tempting to look both ways and throw the 16 and a half back to keep the 24 and 3/4. So we don't need to do that. Same thing with like in Florida with our redfish. You know, you got a slot size. Let's just do that. Give us a small slot, 4 or 5 inches, 16 to 20. And again, this could go right back to the scientists as far as like all that goes. I'm just suggesting. This is all my personal thought as to how this would work. If a 2-year-old fish, they have a chart, but it's kind of weird. So, but if a 2-year-old fish is say 16 inches, well, okay, make it 15 to 19, okay? And if they're averaging 16, 17 inches at 2 years old, I can go fishing 30 times. And if I'm allowed one red snapper per trip, I can go bottom fishing 30 times, 52 weeks in a year now. And there's still 4 2-year-old fish ahead with one fish that I keep every time. Then we're thinning the herd on the overabundance, because everybody out here knows that's been fishing out here for any period of time. In the last 15 years, since those red snapper have been protected, we have watched every year less and less. And the last few years, we've gotten no run of schools of forage fish like our sardines and our cigar minnows. And, you know, it's absolutely insane. And black sea bass is gone, but that's another video with the recruitment and the fry, they call it recruitment, but the babies' survival rates that they're having. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you, and I'm going to put up here now, this is where you need to go to, if you see this on the 8th, and if you can get it done before the end of the day, comment and let them know if you've got a good idea as to how to do this to protect our fishery, because we've really got to do something, because they're out of control. They're eating everything, including the reef. I was telling some of the biologists that you know, some diver friends of mine, they're going down now. There's no growth. There's no growth anymore. The red snapper are picking it like parrotfish, and there's no forage. There's a bunch of little fry swimming around, but there's no real forage for them. So the bigger fish, they don't have enough to eat. So now they're hungry. So they're not growing up to be a good sustainable fish that's going to produce a bunch of eggs, because they're just not healthy. So if you will, go ahead and go do that. Get signed up on things. I've got a few things I'm going to talk about. My videos can't be that long because I'm just starting, and I really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. I've done a lot of fishing. I've won quite a few tournaments, and you know, I love being on the water, not because I love the water, but because I love what's in it. I have a huge respect for it. None of us want to make the fish go away. We don't want to delete the fishery. And we we want to be able to go out and do it some more. So we really need to try to work with them and not quite think of them so much as the enemy for the most part. I hope, because I'm really hoping they don't think we're the enemy, because they do talk a lot about overfishing. And, well, I'm going to tell you right now, if I went 300 days a year, to me it wouldn't be overfishing. So we're going to have to come up with something. But, all right, keep tuned in, guys. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that whenever I do post the next one, I can give you some more information like the one I had up here earlier with the overabundance in stock, so that you can see right from their stuff, and we'll start tying it all together, and you'll really get to understanding why I'm so frustrated and trying to be calm right now and not just go crazy about it. So thanks a lot for watching.